Yeah, yeah, good evening all. So myself, I'm Vijay. Like I hold 20 plus years of experience, which includes nearly 8 plus years of experience in Python environment. So my experience includes design, development, and implementation of Python and Django based applications. So well versed in implementing different Python libraries like Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, CP, sklearn, right? So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not? Yes.
Yes, sir, it's audible and clear.
Fine, thank you. So as part of today's demo, I'll be covering the following topics. Fine. For your general queries, I'll be giving time for you at the end of the session. At the end of the session, I'll be briefing you about the course contents, what I'm going to discuss, and how the training levels is going to, right? Starting with why Python. Already we have got many other programming languages, right? Why again Python required? And that too, Python is not a kind of programming that is very recently introduced. It was introduced in the year 1989. Why all of a sudden Python has got a great boom? Reasons which makes it super popular. Reasons which makes it super popular, right? And who can learn Python? Who can learn Python, right? There is no prerequisites for learning Python. Anyone can update with Python because the Python syntaxes look like normal English statements. They are not as complex as other programmings. Even the Python code, not even one-fourth coding as compared with other programming languages like Java or C language, right? Right. I'll take one example. I'll take a task. I'll try to implement the task in multiple programming languages. I will show you how simple the Python statements as compared with other programmings, right? Can check complexity wise, you can check length wise. Yeah. Coding wise, you can check how simple the Python statements. How Python was built means it has taken the features of various other programming languages. It has taken the features and advantages of various other programming languages. It has taken some features from one programming, has taken the other features from various other programmings. In this way, from multiple programming languages, it has taken the features from, because of which we call Python as a hybrid language. So today Python is mostly used or widely used in various high-end technologies as an implementation language, like the data science with Python, big data like Spark, PySpark with Python, the web applications creations using Python, writing automation scripts in DevOps environment, in IoT, in robotics, right? So mostly in various high-end technologies, Python is used as the implementation language, and Python is the number one ranked programming language today with a diversified number of applications creations mostly used, right? And what kind of applications, before you update with any technology, you need to know what kind of applications are we developing today by using Python real-time applications. Who are using Python today? Top most applications built using Python. The companies using Python features as compared with other programming languages. Python comparison with other programming, Python comparison with other programming, coding wise, length wise, complexity wise, you can check how simple the Python statements. And reasons why Python is suddenly super popular. The reasons why it is super popular and Python scope and job market. The scope of Python, the current job market of Python and the scope of Python in the coming years, right? This is what I'm going to discuss in today's and tomorrow's session, right? Yes. Starting with why Python, right? I define Python in 5 lines. Python is a general purpose. It's a general purpose programming. What do you mean by general purpose programming, right? Before Python, there were some programming languages which are purpose based. They are used for a particular purpose, not for all the purposes, right? You heard about the languages like Pascal, Fortran, COBOL. So these languages are purpose based, used for a specific purpose. Pascal for complicated mathematical applications, Fortran for scientific applications, COBOL for business applications. Means they are used for a particular purpose, not for all the purposes. But a language which is suitable for developing, which is suitable for developing any kind of applications. A language which is suitable for developing any kind of applications. Such a language we call it as general purpose programming. Okay, such a language we call it as, right. General purpose programming. So Python is a general purpose programming where any kind of applications we can develop today by using Python. Python used for automation applications, web applications, animations, gamings, embedded applications, networking, desktop applications, wide varieties of applications we are developing today using Python. See the second one, multi-programming features. Just now I was briefing, right? What all the features the various other programming languages, all the features Python has got, because of which we are calling Python as a hybrid language. So we can use the features accordingly. Even today, NASA is using Python for its research and development activities because of its hybrid features. All the programming features are embedded in this Python. High level language. To brief you about what is this high level, you have got two types of languages. Okay. Two types of languages. Two types of languages. Low level language and high level languages. Low level languages and secondly high level languages. Low level and high level languages. Low level languages, example like assembly level or machine level language. Assembly level or machine level, right? They are not human understandable. Not human understandable. Secondly, they are not portable. Not human understandable. They are not portable. And machine dependent. They cannot run on all the hardware and all the operating system. Machine dependent. They cannot run on all the hardware and all the operating systems. High level languages like Python. High level languages like Python, right? Yes. They're human understandable. They're portable, machine independent, can run on all the hardware and all the operating system. They can run on all the hardware and all the operating systems, right? Yes. Human understandable. They are portable, machine independent, can run on all the hardware and all the operating systems. Okay. So I can say Python is a platform independent interpreted language, interpretation, line by line execution, which makes debugging easy. Here also we can see two categories of languages, right? We can see like compilation languages and interpretation languages. Compilation and interpretation. Compilation like C language. interpretation like Python. Compilation, C language. Interpretation, Python. If you have got some lines of code, if you have got some lines of code, all the statements will be executed at once. At once, all the statements will be executed at once. That is what compilation. And displays the errors if you got any errors. In these lines of code, if any errors, it will display the errors. It executes the entire code at once. But in Python, statement by statement execution. Statement by statement execution, which makes debugging easy. So Python is an interpretation, user-friendly programming or programmer-friendly programming, which provides simple syntaxes. They looks like normal English statements. So it's a general purpose programming. Any kind of applications we can develop, not for a particular purpose, not purpose-based. Multi-programming features, we see different programming features. High-level language, so human understandable, it's portable. Interpreted line by line execution and user friendly or programmer friendly programming. Right. See what are the, just observe here, what are the features Python has got? What programming features Python has got? Python has got procedural oriented programming. It has got the features of procedural oriented programming. Example like C language. It has got the features of procedural oriented features like C language. It has got the features of object-oriented programming. Object-oriented programming. C++, Java. It has got the features of scripting. Scripting features like example like shell script. Linux shell script. It has got the features of modular programming. It has got the features of modular programming, right? Example of modular programming, modular 3. So Python has got these many features. So just like C or C++ or Java or this modular 3 are like scripts. You can write many automation scripts. Once again, I repeat, for updating for Python, for updating with Python, no, there is no prerequisites. It doesn't mean that you need to have the knowledge of C or C++ or Java or this. It's zero programming. You can update with Python. It has got these features. So these features we'll be discussing as part of our course. Procedural-oriented with Python, object-oriented programming with Python, that's scripting, and modular programming with Python. Procedural-oriented, object-oriented, scripting, and model programming. Right. If I see the two major programming languages, right? Java and Python. Python and Java are the two major programming languages which are used for enterprise applications creations. Right? Yes. But Java programmers or developers are strictly restricted. Java programmers or developers are strictly restricted to use only object-oriented programming. Only feature can be used by Java developers. Without object-oriented programming, we cannot write a Java programmer application. We cannot write a Java programmer application. Only this object-oriented programming without class and object, we cannot write a Java programmer application. But in Python, with object-oriented, without object-oriented, with procedural-oriented, with modular programming, we can develop different varieties of applications. And using the scripting, Python is one of the best scripting language with vast varieties of libraries. Python is one of the best scripting language with vast varieties of libraries. Okay. And Python has got great boom today because of this modular programming. We have got 89,300 modules Python is providing, right? 89,300 inbuilt modules Python is providing for different environment. Whatever environment you are from, Python provides a module. So from networking or testing or big data or data science, any background, Python has got modules. 89,300 modules Python is providing, right? So if we discuss more on this module, right? Module has got inbuilt functions. Using that, we can perform different operations without writing any code. So for data science, Python providing separate modules. For data science, it has got separate modules for like NumPy, CP, Pandas, Matplotlib, CP, Scikit-learn, right? For every environment, for not only data science, even for big data environment, we have got package, right? Like PySpark, separate modules Python provides. And not only this, like even for networking environment, right? It has got separate modules. Even for testing or for test cases. Testing or test cases, what is? Separate modules Python has got, right? Even for operating system kind of activities for OS, the name of the module itself is OS, right? OS kind of activities. For each and every database, Python can connect with any database. For example, for Oracle database, Python is providing separate module like that. CX underscore Oracle is the module, right? Using this module, we can easily connect with Python can easily connect with the database just by providing the connecting details, username and password. Even for MySQL, right? Python has got separate module, right? Like PyMySQL. Even for SQL Server, right? Python has got like PyODBC, right? Yes. Okay. With using these modules, right, we can easily connect with the databases. Now, not only this, right, for every files like Excel files, just by writing Python code, we can generate Excel files. By executing this Python code, I can create Excel sheets, means a sheet within that Excel file. I can write data into that Excel. I can read data from Excel by writing Python code. For CSV files, JSON files, Excel files, CSV files, JSON files, XML files, any kind of files, but even like PDF. We can create PDF files by writing Python code. Any kind of files, even for mathematical operations, the name of the module itself is math. In this way, thousands of modules, 89,300 modules, even for statistical operations and for graphs, for generating any types of graphs, normal graph, bar graphs, histogram, scatter plot, stack plot, pie plot, any types of graphs, right? We can easily generate. So in this way, thousands of modules, I said, 89,300 modules for different environment, right? Yes. So what kind of applications are we developing today by using Python? Python real-time applications. Python real-time applications. What kind of applications are we developing, right? Python mostly used in creation of web applications today. Lot of web applications are getting developed today. Immediately we'll ask a query like, from the last 20, 25 years, Java, .NET, all these are mostly used for creation of web applications. Why again Python today? So Python, to create a web application, got framework like Django framework. Using this Django framework, you can develop web applications at a rapid speed, that too with very less coding. It has got its own database like SQLite 3. It has got its own database like SQLite 3. It has also got its own application server. So it has got many flexible features it is providing, right? SQLite 3 is the local database of it. So at a rapid speed, you can develop applications, that too with very less coding. So that's the reason Python is mostly chosen today for developing web applications. Apart from that, automation applications, right? Using technologies like data science, using technologies like data science, using technologies like DevOps, or using technologies like IoT. Many different types of automation applications, right? All this they are using Python as the implementation. We talk the talk of the industry, data science, machine learning, deep learning, right? So if everything deals with the data has got experience, data has got future reference. Using data or data science, we perform data analysis, data predictions, data classifications, data clustering, data recommendations. So it's a blend of technique. Data science is a blend of technique. The main technique, what we see here, ML, machine learning. So for this, we require, for implementing all the ML techniques, regression, classification, clustering, recommendation, pattern matching, all this, right? We require a language. So Python is the mostly chosen or mostly used programming for developing. Once again, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear? Can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear or not? Yes.
No, sir. Your voice is not clear. Not audible also.
The others, can you please confirm once? Is my voice out?
It's very good actually.
It's very
Sir, audible, sir.
audible and
Audible, sir.
okay, fine. Okay. So is the demo session I was speaking most of the time, but in normal regular sessions, right? So both the sides interaction, right? For every statement I type, you will be responding with the expected output, right? So I'm just briefing you about this Python, the features, its applications, its job market, right? Right. So here I was talking about this data science, ML, we require a language for coding or implementing Python. Java is never preferred for implementing this data science, ML, DL, deep learning, all this, right? IoT, right? Internet of Things. In a simple way, if I say it is a physical network or device embedded with software, sensors, electronics for exchanging data, collecting data, and controlling the things from the place where you are, right? The simple way, electronic devices connecting and communicating with each other. So here also we are going to write coding in Python. In DevOps environment also, right? Automation scripts. Python is one of the best scripting language with vast varieties of libraries. For writing these scripts, we use Python, right? Apart from this, another major area where Python is mostly preferred, big data environment, right? Big data. So we see like huge data, like not only KBs, MBs, or GBs or TBs. Beyond that, we have got petabytes, exabytes, zettabytes, right? So petabytes of data is getting generated today. For that huge data storage, for huge data processing, we have got a technologies like Hadoop, Spark, especially Spark, very high speed processing technology. Spark is a very high speed processing implemented by using Python language. We say like PySpark. It has a great demand. Okay, it has got a great demand today in today's market. And apart from this, Python is mostly used for scientific applications. Scientific applications like the CP, scientific applications like CP, and also used for numerical analysis. For numerical analysis, right? Like NumPy. Scientific applications for numerical analysis. Hmm. Apart from this, for graphical user interface or for animation applications. For animation applications. Graphical user interface or for animation applications. We have got models like TK intermodule. And apart from that, Python mostly used today for game development. Game development. Lot of games are getting developed today by using Python. Single user, multi-user online games. Especially for developing games, Python providing framework like Pygame, the framework given by Python for developing games. Also, we have got a PyCara, another framework given by Python for developing games. And for 3D games, we have got 3D rendering libraries like PySoy. Apart from this, Python is also used for scheduling tasks. Scheduling tasks, right? Yes. It is using Airflow for it. And for testing or for test cases. And also for software development. Most of the software developers make use of Python as a support language. Okay, software development. And for business application, Python is one of the best choice. Business applications, right? Yes. I said Python is one of the best choice for developing e-commerce websites. Apart from this, right? For test cases, for software development, for business applications, one of the hottest application of Python, like database applications, where without database, there is no web application. Apart from this, right? For networking applications, right? Yes. For networking applications. For networking applications, not only separate framework Python is providing, right? Twisted Python is a separate framework given by Python for networking applications or network programming. For web scraping data, harvesting data, extracting data from different sites. We are using models like URL-lib, BS4 module, and even for CAD or 3D CAD applications. For embedded applications, especially for embedded application, the most famous embedded application, Raspberry Pi. Which uses Python for its computation. Apart from this, for audio and video applications, a lot of audio and video applications are getting developed today by using Python. As part of our Python full stack course, means people who go for Python framework, right? Like Django, In that, I'll be showing you some kind of audio and video based applications. Apart from this, computer vision, like face detection, object detection, color detection, right? Apart from that, for data analysis, and for robotics, and for desktop applications, single user console applications, right? So in this way, Python is used for developing these many applications. So in this way, many applications are there, but these are the mainly, right? Who are using Python today? Who are using Python today? Topmost applications. Topmost applications built using Python. Topmost applications built using Python. Okay. One of the best example is Google is one of the best example of Python. So first Google web crawling is first written in Java. It was too difficult. It was rewritten in Python. YouTube using Python, right? YouTube using Python for its video sharing service. Yahoo using Python. Uber pricing algorithm implemented using Python and machine learning, right? Instagram built using Python. The prime reason for Instagram choosing Python practicality and hybrid features. NASA using Python, the features accordingly, right? Yes. Research activities. Like if you see like applications like Quora, Reddit, Pinterest, Quora, Reddit, Pinterest, Yahoo, Uber, Instagram, NASA, Quora, Reddit, Dropbox, all these are implemented using Python and MMOG, massively multiplayer online games, which uses Python, right? Yes. Maya, a powerful 3D animation, which uses Python. iRobot for military and commercial operations. Okay. BitTorrent using Python. For hardware testing, right? Companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all this they are using Python for hardware testing purpose. So these are some of the examples set which companies using Python or applications developed using Python. So from the discussion what we had till now, right? Reasons which makes Python super popular, right? Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Which makes Python suddenly super popular. First thing is very less coding we see in Python, very less coding, simple syntaxes, given by Python. They looks like normal English statements, right? Multi-programming features. Multi-programming features, it has got multi-programming features, hybrid features. So very less coding, simple syntaxes, multi-programming features, right? Mm. Interactive mode, which is one of the important feature of Python, right? Interactive mode. We can easily interact with Python statement by statement. For every statement, it gives response, right? For every statement, it gives response. Take this, right? Interactive mode. If you observe in the bottom search panel, I am typing CMD to go to the command prompt, right? Just type Python here, and say enter. The Python version will be displayed, Python interpreter, right? Any valid Python statements you can type here, any valid Python statement. I'm saying what is 3 plus 5? X is 10, Y is 4. What is X? What is Y? It gives the result. X plus Y, X minus Y, X into Y. No need to define the data types also here. X into 2, X to the power of X square, X equal to hello. X into 3, it means hello for 3 times. So in this way, you can interact with Python statement by statement. For every statement, it is giving response, right? So very less coding, simple syntaxes, multi-programming features, interactive mode, wide varieties of application. Just now I discussed, right? Wide varieties of applications being created by using Python, and many built-in libraries. 89,300, right? It's got for different environments, right? So
What
these
are
are
the
the,
main drawbacks of Python, no?
see, Python, okay, I said all the advantages of Python as compared with Java. One limitation of Python, any kind of applications you can develop. One limitation is Python is very less used in mobile application. It is very less used in mobile kind of applications. Java is mostly used in that. One more limitation of Python, right? So any kind of applications you can develop, but as compared with Java, the speed of Python is slower as compared with Java. Java is faster, Python is slower in the case of speed because Python is interpretation, line by line execution. These two are the limitations, right? You can see that as compared with other. Remaining all, any kind of applications widely used in implementing different high-end technologies, right? Now, it's the #1 ranked programming language, mostly used. I'll just open Google and show you, right? The most popular coding language, right? Popular coding language, I'm saying. See this popular coding language, what it is saying? JavaScript and Python are the two most popular language in the startup industry, which has high demand. Most startups Most startups use Python-based frameworks like Django framework, Flask framework. See, this Django and Flask both are covered as part of our course. Even JavaScript also covered as part of the course, right? For people who go for full stack Python, right? Python full stack. This JavaScript, Django, Flask, everything in brief. Fine. Now, if you see the more results for this, if you see the more results, right? Observe most popular programming language. Most popular programming language. Python stands first. Python remains most popular. Python remains most popular programming as compared with other, right? So if you see from the last 2-3 years, most in demand programming languages of 2022, Python, Java, JavaScript. Which programming languages should you learn? Which programming languages should you learn? Python, JavaScript. Can you see this graph? Python is the mostly used today. Next comes Java, JavaScript, another, right? Java is also a good programming language, but a lot of coding is involved in it. Lot of coding, right? If you see the ranking wise, see here, Python stands number one. Next comes Java, JavaScript. You see the ranking, how the rankings are given. Number one ranked is Python. Number two ranked is Java. Three JavaScript, right? You see the other things, right? Yes. You see this emerging programming languages by popularity. First Python, second Java, JavaScript, and other things. Top programming languages, PYPL, Python, Java, JavaScript. And if you see the ranking wise, Python number one rank, next Java, C, C++, and other things. Now top number of top 39 US computer science departments that use language to teach introductory courses. Python, next Java, MATLAB, the other things. Top 10 programming languages for the beginners to learn. Python, next Java, the other things. So if you see the industry, the mostly the usage of different programming languages. If you see this big graph, you see this graph, right? The big circle, Python 31%, Java 19%, C++, C. So just I'm showing you these things in the Google, right? So 1 second. Even if you talk about ranking by average salary and job openings, right? You see this Python average salary, it stands first in this average salary, and also number of job openings. Python and SQL both they stands first in the number of job openings. You can check it, Python jobs, you can say, just you can say Python jobs. Python jobs, if you say, right? Lakhs of jobs for Python. See here, Python jobs, 1,49,173 Python openings. Not only Python jobs, people who know Python framework like Django framework, right? You also know like Python full stack, Django jobs, right? People who know this Django framework are very less. Who has got command on this Django is very, very less, right? So here you can see 22,564 Django job vacancies in August. You want to check that what is the course content I am going to discuss as part of this, right? Starting from the basic ground level to the advanced level. What is Python? Its tree, its features, its advantages, versions, flavors, Python operations, its modes of execution, interactive mode, batch mode, its editors IDs, Python data types, Python constants, Python variables, input output statements, type conversions, comments, escape sequences, strings. Operators in Python, arithmetic operators, comparison operators, logical operators, assignment, shorthand operators, bitwise. So in this way, different types of and different IDEs. In real time, we use IDEs, integrated development environments like PyCharm, Jupyter Notebook, Spider, Eclipse, Anaconda Prompt Navigator, right? So I'll be showing you on multiple IDEs how to run the Python code in executing this Python code. Flow control statements, basic Python, looping statements, strings, indexing, string slicing, string functions, string methods, string special characters, collections in Python, list operations, list properties, list slicing, list indexing, list functions, list methods, list addresses, nested list. Similarly for tuples, sets, dictionary, functions, different categories, types, default, non-default, keyword, non-keyword, variable length, call by value, call by reference, different types of functions. Like lambda function, filter function, map function, reduce function, one by one with many working examples, modules in Python, different ways of importing, renaming, reloading, packages in Python, errors and exception handling, types of errors, file handling, right? Object-oriented programming concepts in brief form. Class, object, inheritance, polymorphism, constructors, destructors, garbage collector, regular expressions for extracting data from the given data, database connectivity, how to connect with any database and how to perform different operations, right? Database related operations, Python date and time, OS operating system model, advanced concepts like iterator, generator, closer, decorator, web scraping, GUI programming, introduction, right? Excel workbook, data analytics, and introduction to the data science, Python pandas model in brief, Python numpy model in brief, matplotlib, different types of graphs, right? So these 30 topics in brief we'll be discussing, right? Apart from this Python, people who go for Python full stack. So like framework like Django framework, web frameworks, Django installation, product architecture, Django applications creations, Django views, Django templates, Django admin models, advanced concepts, right? So with 15 to 20 applications we'll be developing, right? For this. And I'll provide you one more knowledge on one more framework like Flask framework. And also the prerequisites for this I'll be providing like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript before I go with the Django, right? So this is what the UI technologies, HTML in brief, CSS in brief, and JavaScript in brief. Fine. Python. So this core and at least to take 2 more minutes. Core and advanced Python core. Second like Python advanced. Python core and Python advanced, right? So these two things I'll be discussing nearly for 70 hours. It's not like 45 hours course, 70 hours. We're spending nearly 2 months, around 2 months. Apart from this, if you go for Python full stack, UI technologies, you'll be given knowledge on this UI technologies. Like HTML, cascading style sheet, CSS, JavaScript, these things, and plus Django framework. Fifteen to 20 applications will be discussing. 15 to 20 applications will be developing on this. So apart from this, one more framework, Flask framework, right? Apart from this, REST API. Apart from this, MySQL database and a project. So for this first one, Python core and Python advanced, 70 hours, 2 months, 6,000 is the course fee. And for all this remaining UI technologies, Django, Flask framework, REST API, MySQL, right? Project. From second topic to seventh, it takes 70 more hours. 2 months more. Two months, right? So fee structure is 7,000 for this. So Python plus Django. Python plus frameworks. 70 plus 70. So nearly totally to complete this 140 hours, nearly 140 hours. It's 2 months plus 2 months. Four months, right? And let me make it clear about the timing of it. So here 70 plus 2 months plus 2 months, 4 months. Here this is 6K. This is 7,000. 13K. But we're taking the entire package, right? Full stack package, right? Yes. So 12K. So the timings of this batch. First 10 days starts at 7 p.m. Later, it starts at 8 p.m. Okay, fine. So any queries you have got, anyone has got, and before that, tomorrow also everyone can attend the session using the same link, using same time, using the same link to see more of discussion on this. So you'll be getting, right? Okay, you'll be getting the recorded video of each and every session. Live videos. Videos of each and every week. Soft copy of the notes. A WhatsApp group will be created for technical discussion. Assignments and tasks to work. Previously asked questions. Interview questions. Okay, these are the things I'm going to provide, right? Yes. Any other queries you got, anyone apart from this? Fine.
Are you going to have hands-on hands-on project?
So here I'm saying, right, 15 to 20 applications totally in this will be developing applications, right? One project will be developed right at the last.
Okay.
So you'll be
Sir,
getting that, you'll be
Deal.
getting great command on this, right? You'll be getting, yes. Yeah,
Hello.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
Django and REST API and Flask you can take after completion of Python and Core. It is a daily class or a weekends batch?
See, 1 second. If you want, see, this Python 2 months and this all the other things that takes 2 months. But if it doesn't want to spend 4 months, if you want to go parallelly, right? So Python from Monday to Friday and Saturdays, Sundays, weekend classes are available for this AI technologies, Django Flash, 2 hours on Saturday, 2 hours on Sunday mornings. You can attend parallelly because may ask whether we'll understand when we go parallelly. Means when Python core is started here, the UI technologies will be started. Means HTML, CSS, JavaScript, which doesn't require any Python knowledge. First 1 month discussion will be on this. By the time Python core gets completed, later Django will be started. Here Python advanced will be. So both will be running
Parallelly or one by one?
parallel. You can go any of once you got enrolled, you can attend any of my this framework batches.
Because I went to institute today, but they told after completion of Core and Advanced, you teach only weekend batches. That's why I'm having doubt.
Okay, so most of the batches will be weekend batches. Why? Because a single 1 hour batch for developing applications, right? So if it is a weekend, right, it will like more time will be spending, right, for developing applications.
So after the completion of 2 months, can I attend only for Django and REST API class? Is it possible?
In the same timing?
Yeah.
No. So
Weekends.
see, I'm making it clear, right? Most of this Django batches, right? Django and these batches will be in the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. 2 hours on
Yeah,
Saturday.
that's what.
2 hours.
That's what.
That's-
After completion of core and advanced, can I join
Okay,
separately
yeah.
for that?
Yes, you can attend that. So
No
if you want
problem,
to
because you are telling that parallelly it is going on. So how it is possible to attend after the completion of?
see whether after you are joining Python now, after 1 month, if there is a new batch starting for this you can attend it. Or after 2 months, a new batch, whatever batch is starting, you can attend it. Multiple batches will be started, right, of mine during this course of time, within this 2.5 months course of time for these things. You can attend any of mine. Otherwise, after 2 months, if any new batch starts for that, you can attend it for these things.
Okay. Actually, I took training for Python core and advanced. Another faculty in this institute only. So do I need to require again take this core and advanced again?
So Python core already, if you have got the knowledge, you can directly go for this.
Because I just took the training, I just attend, take the videos, but I didn't practice. So again, I have to attend, or I can see the videos and I will practice. Is it okay?
See, if that is depends upon your right. If you go with that, but if you're not strong with these things, right, Python core and advanced, you can attend both. Otherwise, if you're strong at this Python core and advanced, right, you can go with these things. So
if I'm having any doubts, can you take any doubt sessions like Saturdays?
immediately you can ask that query there itself. Otherwise, a WhatsApp group I kept, right, for technical discussions. Fine.
Okay, if it is not resolved, you can take that screen sharing and can you resolve by using our laptop like
Any
that?
installations, any error in that application creation, where exactly the error occurred, everything I can, the screen sharing option available, right? I can check it during the session.
Okay,
during
the session itself.
Either first starting or at the end of the session, right?
Okay.
Hi, sir.
Yes.
My stream is mechanical background actually.
Yes.
My stream is mechanical background.
I'm saying clearly, right? People with zero background, without any programming background, can update with this.
My mechanical background, the Python is suitable or any ADF is suitable for me.
You can check with that, right? Python, see, it's a kind of programming language. ADF, it's a zero coding ETL. It's a here coding will be there.
I have some education gap is there.
So whatever is there, right? I'm saying that ADF is a zero coding ETL tool in the cloud environment, right? Here this is requires some coding is required. Means tool like Java, you won't write a lot of coding, right? But anyone can update with this Python. Tomorrow session you can attend, everyone. I'll show you that.
What is ADF? ADF something?
Azure Data Factory.
Okay, that we need coding, right? But with that, why ADF come in the picture here?
So he is asking, comparing these two technologies. I to handle this ADF, Azure Data Engineering, Azure Data Factory, Azure Databricks. That sessions also I'll be taking. So he has just, I think he has attended that session. What should I take? Is just asking me. So that is depends upon you only, right? Both I can suggest any of this will be simple. Whoever attends this session, right? Everything 100% you'll be understanding. How you are practicing, that differs, right? Yes.
So do you teach the classes in Telugu also, only in English only?
See here, everything will be like programming. They won't be like the complex English. Will be that whatever it is there, right? The language will be English. Okay.
How actually for the job market in the 2 to 3 years, people?
So just now I showed you, right? Lakhs of jobs for Python. If you have got a good command on this Python in this framework, right? Lot of jobs available, framework jobs available, Python jobs available. You can also check in there to Google, right? Python jobs, all this Python framework jobs, Django jobs, lot of jobs. Many people are using Python today, directly or indirectly. You will be touching Python even in the software field. If you go to a software job, directly or indirectly, you will touch Python, either Python scripting or writing Python code anywhere in any high-end technologies, whether it is big data or data
So
science
if you are
or
learning
DevOps.
both, if you are learning both Python and UI technologies simultaneously, so that's about thing. Again, it's kind of a Java only, right? It will be having for 4 to 6 months of time of course.
4 months it takes. Yes, it is also a kind of, see here, if you want to develop some applications, you require that knowledge. To create a web page, those HTML, CSS are required.
So
Okay.
what is the main difference between Java and Python if you have differentiate actually?
100 lines of Java code I write in 15 lines in Python. 30
But
lines of Java code I write in 5 lines in Python.
but in the Java is very fast compared to with Python, as you said actually.
Faster means why then data science is not using, why machine learning is not using, why deep learning, why artificial intelligence, all this, why this big data is not using it, and why this DevOps environment, why these automation scripts are not written in that.
Why it actually? Can you please?
Just now I said in the demo session, right? It has got scripting features, it has got object oriented, it has got procedural oriented, it has got modular programming.
Okay, then
But
Java is the only
Java is
object oriented, right?
object-oriented. Yes.
Java is only object oriented. That's the
Yes.
reason is the drawbacks. Is it correct?
Yes. The Java is also mostly used. I'm not saying it is not used in the today's market. Java also, it's two major programming languages, Python and Java. People who want to do a lot of programming, right? People who are good at programming, you can go for Java. But people we see less coding in Python, not that much of huge coding in Java, like Java.
No, it is not like that actually. As the company's requirement, see, is like not be less programming of more programming. If it is
See,
programming, is you need to be coding knowledge to have a good IQ things, right? So, what do you favor, Java or Python?
Java or Python, right? Python today mostly used. Today Python is mostly used. I
As
showed
a
you that.
fresher, because I had to have 2 years gap actually, so can go with. I am capable to be learn by anything. So, as an expert, what do you suggest actually?
Anything will be fine. I'm not saying go for Java, go for Python, but only thing is in the tomorrow's class you attend and you decide me and say me, right? I'll show you
Thank
the
you, thank you.
differences between Python and Java, right? Because
Thank
today I
you.
didn't discuss any differences between those. Tomorrow's class you attend and you can say me, right? Okay. Tomorrow's class everyone can attend same time, more discussion. Tomorrow I'll be differentiating, right? You can just check how
Excuse me,
simple
sir.
the Python. Yes.
Sir, can
Yes.
I learn Django without UI technologies?
Yes, you can learn. But you need to have the knowledge on this HTML, CSS, JavaScript. You already have knowledge on that.
Yes, sir. I am doing now with JavaScript. I'm a
Okay.
college.
If you
I
have
work
got
in a
knowledge,
college.
so if you already
I
got
work
the
in
knowledge
KMIT.
directly, yeah, directly you can go with Django right there. People who doesn't have knowledge, that for them HTML, CSS, this will be discussed. But if you already got knowledge, directly you can go with Django.
So where could I find Django classes?
So you can just, so do we get lab trainer to clear our queries?
What, sir?
Online Deepika, right? All the queries will be, the sessions will be interactive sessions during this class. You can ask any
Okay.
queries, right? I'll be just handling that queries. At the start of the session, you will be, any query you asked, I'll be just answering it. You won't see that much of bigger errors, right? Whatever the errors you get, right? All syntactically or this runtime errors.
So I just want to learn Python basic core and Python advanced along with Django.
Hmm.
That's it.
Yes, you can learn.
Is it possible or?
Yes. Actually, this is the Django is our course. All the remaining things are freely offered.
Okay. I want Django itself only because I have an offer to learn Django. You will get it. That's it.
Yes, you can update, right? Many multiple Django batches will be starting.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So if I'm done with your queries, I'll sign off for now. Meet you tomorrow, same time, using the same, right? Fine. Thank you all for your time. Thank you. Meet you tomorrow. Good night.